All right, here we go. I think we are live. I think we're live. I hope we're live. We might not be live because everything else has been screwing up. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're not live. So let me make sure what's going on here. Okay. I guess we have a delay. Stay right there. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. We turn down some volumes because we don't need those volumes going off. There we are. All right. So, everyone, if you can hear me okay, let me know. And let me skip by my own ads. I don't know why we have ads on these things. I hate it. Can't stand it, as a matter of fact. Let me minimize this and skip on by. And then see what's going on here. There we go. Can you guys hear me okay? Sound is good. Good. Everybody, welcome. Welcome to Fulton Street Beats. It's going to be interesting tonight. Might be a little interesting. I've been trying to figure out how to put some things tonight because some of it's unsettling. And for me to get unsettled, well, I usually am like easy going flow with things. I understand things sometimes. So we'll see how this works. We got Polyphonic Groove in the house. We got 1973 Elvis Presley. We got Wally in the box. We got Avion 173. Hello, everybody. Tom F. Good to see everybody. I'm glad you're here. All right, cool. I don't have much of a delay. How was the picture? Is everything cool? Picture good? Because I am using the cheapest ass camera I can right now to do this. I am going to be upgrading. Always upgrading on the channel. Good to see everybody tonight. Let's see. Major T in the house. Dan Fitzpatrick always in the house. Soda Pop Kid is in the house. What's up, buddy? This is good. All right. I'm glad you guys are all here. I'm glad you're all here. And how many of you are really interested in this Chibson manufacturer shootout? Like, who can build the best Chibson? And I catch a lot of flack on this stuff, you know. Wait a minute. Before we go any farther, wait. I'm going to turn to the dark side. Are you ready? Boom. Look at that. I'm turning to the dark side. You know why? You know why I'm doing this? Because why can't we all just get along, right? Who cares what we play as long as we enjoy playing it? And that's why I'm doing this. Because honestly, I have a few Gibsons that I actually love. Just don't like their new stuff. I think their quality control went in the toilet. Doesn't mean they can't get better in the future and they need to lay off some other people who like other things. But, you know, hey, you know what? I'll support them, right? American company, go for it. But different strokes for different folks. So let's just all get along. Why can't we all just get along? Okay. So anyhow, we're going to support them a little bit tonight. So Gibson, if you're watching, okay, I buy your stuff. I do. I just have to be honest when I'm not impressed. And I don't think anybody should be dictated to, you know, what to buy. I don't want to tell you what to buy. Don't tell me what to buy. Don't tell my viewers what to buy. That's all I got to say. Okay. So what else we got in here? Anybody else? Anybody new? I've got 52 people in here right now. Guys, please, 52 people, hit that like button. I need you guys to really hit those like buttons because I need YouTube to take notice. Why? Because I just spent almost $2,500 of channel money this month because every little nickel that comes into here, actually, that's way over channel money, by the way. So a lot of it's my own money. Every nickel that comes into this channel gets spent on things for the channel to bring back to you. So please just hit, all I ask is hit that like button just to show YouTube that you like the content and I can keep bringing it to you because this month I'm in for a world of hurt. A world of hurt. The wife is going to kill me when she finds out what a world of hurt we're in this month. Not good. Not good, but some things have to be done in the name of science and, well, in the name of, well, sometimes I want something. And sometimes I do some stupid stuff, last minute, spontaneous, spur of the moment. And that's what I did. Was it yesterday? Day before yesterday. And I'm going to show you something, guys, something tonight that I did. So out and you're going to go, what the did you do, Fulton Street Beats? That's you. And I understand it's probably the most foolish move I've made. I'm on the fence about it. You guys can tell me what you think. All right. Chinese replica guitar fan group. Yes. Yes. Love it. Love it. Great groups, guys. Listen, go on Facebook and check out these groups. There's so many cool guys out there in the Chibson community and in the Chibson world. And it's really I started a hashtag thing, and it's hashtag Chibson Revolution. So if you guys start posting stuff and start putting hashtag Chibson Revolution, we're trying to get a little movement going to make everybody kind of ease up a little bit on Chibsons, right? I mean, we all know what they are. We all know they're not a Gibson. We know they're never going to be a Gibson. And we take that term and we use it for, the fake CSPs and the Chenders and everything. I like to take the Chibson and group it all in the one. It's easy to remember. And we all know it's a Chinese guitar that emulates loosely another guitar. That is, a lot of them are really capable guitars, really good guitars. And that's all. We don't mean any dishonesty by it whatsoever. And honestly, if anybody was meaning any dishonesty, it would be the manufacturers, right? It has nothing to do with us and our personal decisions to purchase to buy. So I'd like to clear that up with people. For some reason, the elite of the guitar collectors, and I'm going to say collectors because I don't even call them players because usually they hang on the wall. They seem to think that they're going to get ripped off buying a Chibson one day. But then in the next breath, most of them will say that they're not even close. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Which one is it? Are they good or are they bad? You can't tell the difference or you can tell the difference. So it's really crazy, right? And we all know that when you really dive into these things and you look at them, you don't even have to really dive into them. You look at any one of them and go, that's different, that's different, that's different. We know. It's simple. We're not fooled. We know. And most of us are novices. And we know we do this as a hobby. So pretty cool. I don't know. Wife has you by the balls now. Dude, you have no clue. But I caught her. A package came for her. I had a guitar delivered yesterday. And Elvis Pretzel's in the house. He knows. I was actually on the phone with him while this guitar was being delivered. And I said, hold on. And I had to run outside in my bare feet in the snow, go and stop. I had to stop the FedEx driver, jump in front of his truck and go, stop, no. Because he left this little box for my wife, but not my guitar. And he said, what guitar? And I said, the one right behind you. I can see it. Yeah. Shady mother. Anyhow, my feet were freezing, but I got my guitar finally. And I brought it in and it's sitting right over here. You can't see it, but I can touch it right there. It's pretty. Real pretty. Not what you guys think, but it's really pretty. It sounds really, really good. It has some amazing QC. It is from China. Has some amazing QC. And I may show that to you tonight. And I wasn't going to. This is the wild card guitar. This is the one that I wasn't going to tell anybody about. This is the wild card because I had to throw it in for good measure and to be fair. Because if I didn't put this guitar in this shootout, I didn't think I would be fair about things. And honestly, I'm kind of sorry that I got the guitar now. Not because it's not good, but because, well, things might be going in the toilet for this build off. And I don't know how to put this. I'm still trying to think of how to put this to you guys as we go here. So all day long, I've been pacing, trying to figure out how I'm going to tell you guys this news because I don't like to be the bearer of bad news. And I like to look at things, the glass is half full. And I'm not sure if my glass is half full. I'm not sure. I had to hide the Epi-LP from yes. Well, listen, this is the thing though. I do this once in a while. Sometimes I don't tell the wife a guitar is coming, right? But this month has been a few guitars. We got a couple customs being made. We got another one that I purchased. We got shit coming in from all over the place. And questions will be asked. Questions definitely will be asked. And luckily tonight, She is at a game night with friends for now. I'm expecting her to open the door any moment and wave, but we'll see how that goes. I do got Timmy's in the house. Hi, Timmy. How you doing? It's good to see you, brother. Timmy is a sub from way, way back before this channel even started on another channel. Timmy's a really, really, really good guy. Timmy, no, you can't have my guitars. Nice try, though. I love him. He's a great, fantastic dude. Elvis Pretzel's another fantastic guy. If you go over and check out his channel, he is a guy who is a Chibson connoisseur. Not really a connoisseur. He just likes them, and he's had a lot of guitars through the years, a lot of Gibsons, and he come to find that, hey, you know, these guitars can be really, really good. And he don't put up with people's shit, and I like him because of that. I really do. I like him. He's a real down-to-earth guy. He's become a really good friend of mine, and go over to his channel, Elvis Pretzel, and support him. He's really, really cool. Sub to his channel, and I can't tell you what a good friend he is. He's just he's an amazing, amazing friend, and he listens. So that's really cool. Major T is in the house. It's best when she asks, where did that amp come from? Oh, she doesn't notice amps. You know, she honestly, she might be even blinded to guitars because so many. We're up to, what did I tell you, 52? Man, it might even be 55 or 56 guitars and more on the way. They're all over. They're in this room. They're in the other room. They're in a storage room. They're all over the place. And it's what's really funny is, like a few months ago, I said, well, if I get beyond 18, I just get rid of some. I'm not getting rid of them. It's crazy. Like they're just piling and piling up. But I only keep the ones I like, but I'm starting to like most of them now that come. I really like them. So I keep them. And it's becoming maybe an addiction. It's like I guess I'm like the crack addict, but it's of guitars. I know you. I'm talking to, like, this is not a good support group. That's for sure. Guitar Professionals is in the house. What's up with Guitar Professionals? Another fantastic channel. Guitar Professionals, check them out. Really cool. I am the guy who subs to down-to-earth channels that are real. There's no bullshit. They're real. What you see is what you get. And I try to bring that to you guys here too. I've always tried to do that. Bring you real shit. You might not agree with me all the time, and I totally get it, but I try to be real. And a lot of people get mad because, like, I'll channel ban them. I'm like, hey, get the fuck out of here. That's what I do. Because if you're not part of our camaraderie, what we do here, you know, I love opinions and I love debates. I love all that stuff. That's really, really cool. But I don't like the sarcasms you get on channels, and you have the guys that the keyboard warriors that come in and say stuff. We just get rid of them. So you don't have to worry about those guys on this channel. You don't have to worry about it. They're taken care of immediately and they're tossed to the side. And we keep it really positive here. At least we try to. And that's why my subs, if you'll notice my subs that I get, I keep them. They don't go away. For the most part, they stay. I don't lose subscribers because it's a really solid based foundation. And like I said, they might not agree with everything I say, but at least they know that I'm trying to speak the truth and tell them. And we're going to get to that tonight. And it's really hard for me sometimes because I try to. Man, we'll touch on it. Hold on, we'll touch on it. You curious about Kathy's custom guitars? So am I, man. So am I. I am curious too. We're going to touch on that tonight too. We're going to definitely touch on Kathy's guitars tonight. Guitar Professionals channel. I love their channel, man. He does dumb cool stuff. He's a cool, groovy player too. Elvis likes Tonewood. Elvis don't like Tonewood. I don't, because he knows the deal. He knows that what happens in a magnetic field stays inside of a magnetic field. And God, by the way, guys, just in case yours doesn't stay inside the magnetic field, I got this new spray that I would like to offer to you guys. And it's really cheap. It's $100. It's cheap. But what this magic spray does, and you guys have probably seen me use this on a lot of guitars, this magic, you got to use it liberally, though, so it doesn't last. So it's going to cost you about $100 every 2 weeks. But if you spray this liberally on all your Chibson guitars, it's got a really nice smell, too. It's good. But if you spray this on your Chibsons, this is a Tonewood spray. And this will make all of your guitar, Chibson guitars sound like $10,000 to $30,000 guitars, depending on what your guitar is made of, whether it's poplar or plywood. Plywood, you get about a $4,000 effect. If it's poplar, you're up there $20,000, $30,000 range. If you're mahogany, well, hell, you're up there really like $60,000 Gibson range from just this spray. So it's not snake oil. Really, really works. Gibson Tone Spray. Available here only at Fulton Street Beats. Okay. Oh, I love it. Okay. I know you do, Wally. I appreciate you all. Wally, you got a great channel over there too, brother. Man, you guys are all really, really awesome. We got 84 watching. Please, guys, hit those thumbs up buttons. Hit them. Where do I start tonight? Let's start. Let's start with the last the competition that we started with, the Hue guitar. What did you guys think of the Hue Yang Showdown SG? I'm going to pull it down, but I can't. I don't want to show you guys the headstock. Let me pull this down here. I don't want to show you. Oh, you're already going to see the headstock. You already see it. Oh, that doesn't make a difference because I covered it. I covered the headstock. You don't know what's underneath. It's not what you think. There we go. Okay. It doesn't make a difference because I covered it. I actually covered the headstock with a Chibson logo. So you're all good. I forgot I did that with this guitar. What did you guys think about this SG guitar? Now, I'm going to tell you, it's hard to convey, of course, through a computer, whatever you're watching on your device. But this is a really nice guitar. What's really nice about the guitar is the weight is on par with an actual SG, which I found very interesting. And the body thickness is actually the same thickness. There's a little difference in the bevels. The horns are a little more SG modern than they would be like a 61. It's got a proper rake to the headstock. It's got very nice binding. What's underneath this logo, you're probably not going to, you'll see some when I peel it off for the reveal. When we put all these guitars together, the best builder will peel that off and then you'll see. But really nice diamond inlay, right? I mean, that's a great, get that up there. That's a fantastic diamond inlay. Hold on. I'm behind, I know. But what a good looking guitar. Front, back, really nice neck. The neck is like a 61, but honestly a little thinner. Full mahogany body. Pickups to die for. I don't know what they did, but the ironic thing is, like I always said, that most guitars in 2023 that I got were Chibsons are large pots with plug and play wiring. This is not. This is small pots, but they function really well and they taper in and out. So my mind is like, how do they do that with a small pot? Because I'm not used to that with a small pot, unless there's something, they're just a different brand that function better. But very nice guitar. Of course, we got the pick guard on it because tuxedo look makes up a lot in the look of an SG, in my opinion. But the white pick guard is just a single ply. That's a negative, and it doesn't have the right cut. And honestly, you can't put a Gibson pick guard on this. I mean, you could. The pickup spacing is correct, but it's not going to fit properly because you're going to have holes showing, unlike the other SG that I have over here that is really that 61 look, this one. And this is a proper cut horn. Thicker body though, but as you can see, we actually put a Gibson pick guard on this. Now I did have to relocate the switch for that and do a little routing for the pickup spacing, but this is a phenomenal guitar. This has Epiphone Pro Buckers in it right now, but a very cool guitar. I got a little money in that one. Very nice playing guitar. This guitar plays better than that, and I don't, it's just facts of facts. I love that guitar, but this one plays better. It sounds better. It feels better. It does everything better than that guitar that I got a ton of money in. And it's got lockers on it and everything. These tuners hold fine. They're I'm going to guess, fake Grover tuners, Brotomatics, but they work really, really well. They hold well. 1:18 ratio. Of course, we got this beautiful ebony fretboard. And these frets are on the verge of being a jumbo. Not quite. They're pretty big, though. I don't know what size fret wire it is, but it's pretty big. Very comfortable to play. The setup on this guitar was outstanding out of the box. And this is from Hue Yang Showdown. If you guys are in any of those groups on Facebook, you'll know who that is. The only downside with that builder is the communication. The communication's not good. this is not good. And it's not nothing that I don't think it's a fault of theirs. I just think there's a big gap for communication. And that's what it is. Yeah, it is a beautiful guitar. Sounds great too. Yeah, I love if they got the pit guard right on that guitar, because I ordered it custom and there were some things that weren't done. And if you watched that, I'm scoring these guitars. So I want to tell you guys, I'm scoring these guitars. I already made my scoring system and I tried to do it in a logical way. They're all going to get scored in the same way. And I don't remember what I've put for numbers. And so what they average out to, There's no bias going on and is what it is. But I will tell you that it doesn't take much to alter an outcome, even when you have a fantastic guitar. If communication is bad, it can drop your guitar, the rating down, because as buyers and consumers, that's very important that we have communication. At least we can feel comfortable ordering something. And because if we're not comfortable, we don't want to order it. I mean, am I right? So that's very important. A beautiful guitar. They didn't put the pin style. I say pin style. Of course, we know they're not pins, but we know it doesn't have, I call them a pin style bridge with the little pins coming through, like the ADR1 style. They didn't do that. It's got the slots, which is whatever. But there's a lot of other things that I requested that wasn't done on the guitar. So I had to dock them for that and points, but they still scored out of 5 a 4.1, which is really, really respectable. And a lot of it was due to the finish and setup of that guitar and the sound of it. The sound is over the top, better than my actual Gibson SG, over the top good. It is a amazing playing guitar. So that's what really bumped it back up again. But seller's green. There's no doubt the seller is green. Shout out to them though, because they had the balls to even enter this. And that's pretty cool that they actually said, hey, sure, I'll step up. Let's do this, So that's pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to try to go back here and look at some comments, guys. Let me see what we got here. You like the SG? Yes, it is nice. And guys, if you have questions, I might not get to them all, but if you have questions, throw them in there. Good morning from Japan, Shane Walton. How are you doing over in Japan? I got another friend of mine in Japan, another subscriber that actually became a friend. His name's Hiroshima Nick. That's right. And he's a really cool, good bass player, really good bass player, Rickenbacker fan. He's over there. Let's see. We have GBR Aquatics. Strangely, he's never a fan of SGs, although I was a big Angus fan. That's what got me into the SGs, was that Angus tone. Till about the 2011 SG Standard. Wow, so much fun to play. My favorite SG that I have ever played was the SG Maestro Vibrato. I had it and I sold it. Kicked myself in the ass ever since. That guitar. And I've had plenty of Gibson SGs after that. None of them compared to it. They just don't compare. They didn't compare in sound, playability, fit and finish, nothing. Once again, I'm not trying to rag on Gibson. What I'm just saying is their quality control has went a little downhill in the last few years. Okay. We got from England. I love it. I love seeing everybody from everywhere's in here. This makes me feel so good. That's why I do this. You're in here. I just screwed around with this. Nice. I love it. So you may know Nick. His YouTube channel is Hiroshima Nick. And you can check him out. And he's a big Rickenbacker bass fan. And he does a lot. He's a real cool dude. Just one of those down-to-earth channels that I like to see. Okay, let's do this. So we got a 4.1 score on that so far. Okay. And then we have a wild card guitar that's really going to trying to be fair in this entire review, and I tried to plan this thing out accordingly for you guys. But sometimes, and if you guys are getting commercials, I apologize. I don't know why they're kicking in. I don't understand it. I am sorry. It's a YouTube thing. I'm sorry. I put it at minimum commercials, so if they kick in, I apologize. Try to keep this competition fair between these three builders, but I do have a wild card builder, and possibly I had something else planned, but it seems like two of those things may be falling behind. And I know I'm beating around the bush on this, and I'm sorry because I don't know how to put it. Because I kind of got a little bit of bad taste in my mouth. And and I like to trust people. So I don't know how to put this. We're going to start with a wild card guitar. If you guys notice that I put up a post in my community tab, did you guys vote in my community tab? My one of my recent ones showing, it has to do with the Epiphone Greenie, the Kurt Hammett Epiphone Greenie. Did you guys vote on that? And I put up a post saying, is it worth $1,500? Actually, it's $1,600 by the time you're out the door with that guitar. Is it worth it because you're getting Gibson pickups that are valued? They're about $300 and they're 59 Gibson pickups that they put in that guitar. That greeny body, which is a pretty body, definitely not relic, but it's a pretty body with a buffed down gloss finish, 59 style neck, Gibson open book headstock, says Epiphone on it, but there's no Kurt Hammett insignia anywheres on that guitar. And it's a Kurt Hammett guitar. It doesn't say Les Paul on it anywhere. It's nothing. And my opinion is a guitar like that should at least have an insignia somewhere stating what it is. I mean, if you have a guitar like that, and I quickly learned it's not a limited edition or anything like that. I mean, they're selling these things hand over fist at $1,500 a pop in tax. What do you guys think about that guitar? Do you think that is worth it? I really need to know your opinions on this. Custom guitar. Don't think it's worth it. Tom F., can you tell me, Tom? Tell me why you don't think it's worth it. Honest opinion, I really value your guys' opinion. I really, really do. That's why I'm asking. I mean, have you held one? Have you played one? And I'm not knocking anybody. What reasons do you, because my big thing, and I'm going to tell you my big thing why it's not, it could be the best built guitar in the world, right? But it doesn't have an insignia on it. What makes it special other than you mismatch knobs and put Gibson pickups in it and it's got like a Gibson shaped headstock? What makes it special other than that? I mean, even if it said Kurt Hammett on it, right? That'd give you something to say, hey, it's a Kurt Hammett guitar. It says Kurt Hammett. It would make sense to me for a Kurt Hammett guitar to have a Kurt Hammett insignia on it. And I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not impressed with the last three Epiphones. I've been impressed with Epiphones, but $1,500 Epiphone is too much. Okay. You're better off buying Chibsons with the money in Chinese Custom Build. I'm glad you are saying that. I love these opinions, but this is cool. So there's no wrong answer, guys. I love these opinions. There's no wrong answer. I don't want you to feel like I'm judging or anything like that. Jason, thanks, brother. I appreciate it. I'm responsible for your habit. I know. I get that a lot. A lot of people tell me, what was it? They called me the Mother Teresa, but of Gibsons. I'll take that. What's funny is I was never about Chibsons until I got some bad Gibsons. And I was like, let's try this out. And I was impressed. I was like, no shit. Upgrade some pickups, give it a good setup, boom, Not plywood, guys, like many people think. They're not plywood. They're actually very well made, CNC. Most of them are CNC made nowadays. A CNC machine does not know if it's in China or if it's in the USA. I love it. So, okay, the Greenie. So, not worth, okay. Chibson version called the Greenie. Okay. So, here's the thing. I like to know what I am talking about when I present you guys information. So, Fulton Street Beats, regardless of what people might say, I don't talk out my ass. I usually do a lot of research and like to present you guys with facts. So I know, and if I'm wrong, I'm going to tell you guys I'm dead wrong. And I did a thing. I did it for you guys, not for me, because ready? Here we go. This is the Epiphone Greenie. $1,600 with tax. Epiphone Greenie. I bought this because this guitar is in the challenge. I wanted to be fair. I wanted to say for everybody, the naysayers and what have you, and to be fair, how does a $1,600 guitar compare to a Chibson? It's a fair question. I think it's a fair question. And of course, we always root for the underdog. We're going to root for Chibsons, right? But how does it really compare? In real life, how does it compare? So I'm going to tell you some things about this guitar. And I got a video that's coming out about this guitar, and I've already scored this guitar. But you guys are here in the live stream, so you guys are getting a sneak peek at this first before anybody else. I really appreciate you guys, and that's why we're doing this, okay? So I'm going to tell you some things about this guitar. It's got a 59 style neck, no doubt about it. It's a buff down gloss finish. It's a fast neck. It's a really comfortable playing neck. If I could compare this neck to any modern guitar, and I haven't heard anybody do this comparison yet, I'm going to compare this to an ESP U-shaped neck. It is really weird. That's what it feels like to me. I'm not saying that's what it is, but that's what it feels like. The fret wire they use on this guitar, they call it medium jumbo. I don't know. A lot of Chibson comes with bigger frets, but they work good. It's perfectly set up. And when I say perfectly set up, best guitar ever. This came through here setup-wise ever, bar none out of this year, 100 and some guitars that have came through the channel. This is the best setup from the factory that has ever came. We have 0.090 on the low E and 0.050 on the high E with no fret buzz. And it is amazing guitar. I've never seen anything like that. The setup is fantastic. It's intonated perfectly. The finish on the guitar is impeccable. It's beautiful. They say that they use a flame top veneer. And I'm going to be honest with you. I took the guitar apart. You're going to see it in the video when it comes out. This top on this guitar moves like a real flame top would move. It moves. It's almost a 3D effect. So much to the fact I was questioning whether the finish was real because it almost looked like, how did they do that? But so when I took the pickups out of this guitar, of course, it's got a long neck tenon in it, which is also very cool. Weight of this guitar, and let me see if I have the specs on this. I'm going to give you guys the specs. You guys are here, so I'm going to give you these specs on this guitar. And remember, we're comparing this to Chibsons. So let me see if I can find it real quick here. Got a lot of papers, a lot of things written down. I think this is it right here. Okay. Yes. There we are. Okay. So I'm going to tell you some things about it. I think I got it here. Hold on. Maybe I got the wrong paper, guys. Hold on. Bear with me. Anyhow, I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's like close to 9 pounds. Heavy guitar. Thought I had it written down here. Don't quote, very close. Heavier than I thought it was going to be. Comes in a beautiful case, really well-made case with brushed like nickel latches with that pink insert that's very old school. Much better in real life than it is in any picture you'd ever see. It reminds me of Valentine's candy, those little ones with the sayings on them. The tuners are Grover tuners, 1:18 ratio. It is a beautiful, beautiful guitar. It has nice CTS pots with the yellow capacitors, real deal Gibson pickups, an amazing setup, pointers on the knobs. It's a nice guitar. It has real mother of pearl inlays, and for the life of me, I can't understand why they went with a Indian Laurel fretboard with real mother of pearl inlays, but they did. So if you notice, the real greenie is a much darker fretboard on the Gibson greenies, and that's because they use a very dark rosewood on those. Most people think they're ebony. I thought they were ebony until I looked it up. Amazing guitar. Sound is beautiful. Middle position sounds like a Strat, like it's supposed to. Crazy good guitar, but $1,600. So very, very cool. I got this guitar so you guys would know what it would be like to compare a $1,600 Epiphone to a Chibson. And is this a $1,600 in my eyes? You guys probably all want to know. Is it $1,600? Like, now that I have it, do I think it's worth $1,600? What do you guys think? Do you think that I think it's worth $1,600? I don't know. I'm going to tell you this. So pickups are $300. Now pickups are $300 to buy for you and me. The pickups are in here. These 59 greeny pickups. That's what it'll cost you and me to buy them. Might get a deal on them someplace. Whatever. Rotomatic tuners that come on this, you're going to get them. You can find them for $56. Okay. Capacitors and pots. We can all source those really, really cheap and put what we want in it, right? We all know that. We all know we can get the stuff to do that. We have a case that's worth about $200. So let's be realistic with the build. And this is how I approach things is a very realistically. Phenomenal guitar. I'm not knocking it whatsoever. They hit it out of the park with the build quality and the sound. Better than any Gibson. And this is crazy. I'm talking old school Gibson. This is better than any Gibson I've ever had in my hands or played. Bar none, period. Gibson lovers are going to hate that statement because it's a Chinese guitar, but it's the truth. It's an amazing playing guitar. $1,600 of amazing? No, it's not. And because I got to be realistic, it's just not. Do we have $1,000 of wood and hardware? And I'm talking hardware because I'm already talking about the pickups in the case. So we got $300 there, another couple hundred for the case. That's $500. Do we have $1,000 in hardware and wood here? No, we don't. We don't. And I'm going to be realistic with you guys. This is a $1,000 guitar tops. And I'm talking in today's market, $1,000 guitar tops. I would put this with the Tony Iommi, which I just had here. The Tony Iommi SG with the P90s in it. This plays better and it sounds better, but they do different things. They're made for different things. That Tony Iommi guitar was a Black Sabbath ripping son of a bitch. This does a lot of different things. You can do a lot of different genres of music with this guitar. I'm not going to lie. It's amazing, but it's still a $1,000 guitar. No matter how you look at it, maybe less to other people. Is this better than any Chibson I have? No. And I'm just going to say it. No, it's not. It's not. And a lot of people, it's not. And now, I'm saying that about guitars that I've upgraded, though. So keep that in mind. I'm talking about guitars that I've put money into it. This one right here, this is my favorite. The best playing sounding guitar, in my opinion, that I have. And this is the Ouija board Kurt Hammett guitar. This thing is a screaming son of a bitch. It's got the bone breakers in it. This has a Go to Japan tuner in it. And it's all active plug and play EMGs with locking tuners. This is, I did a lot to this guitar, but it's still came amazing. So what I have into this guitar is, let's see, the price of the guitar was under $300. And then we have 4, 5, and then we got about $600 into this guitar. Yeah, for a knockoff ESP with a heel, everything, about $600 in it. And it's better than that one that's $1,600. So I think you guys are understanding what I'm meaning by that. And people say, well, how's that guitar going to be in a couple years? It's going to be fine. It's mahogany body. It's going to be just fine. It's very well done. And this is my point. Because we got to be real. I'm not worried about the name on the headstock. I'm worried about what it is and what it's going to bring you for the money. You can gig this guitar and it's not going to, look at this. Look at this. It's absolutely gorgeous. And it's the best guitar that I own. And we're talking, I have Gibsons in the other room from the 70s and 80s that are considered good Gibsons. And like I said, I'm still not on Gibsons. They're great guitars. They're not something you would actually want to take out. Well, first of all, they cost too much money to gig, right? You can't have nothing happen to them. So that's crazy. So anyhow, yeah, definitely better than paying $3,000 for the real thing. But it comes down to this in my eyes. And I'm not knocking anybody. People buy. I bought it. I bought that guitar. I paid top dollar for it. And guys, I got it through Zounds. So a shout out to Zounds. They always treat me well. I got this hat with it. The hat was free. And I got $50 off the guitar too. They always treat me really well. I like Zounds. I like dealing with them. They always treat me well. If I don't like it, it goes back. And now I'm gonna let a cat out of the bag, and I've been debating on this is the big reveal, okay? I mean, I didn't know if I was gonna do this, but hell with it, right? I'm drinking tonight, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what's up. How many people we got in here? Because we got 108 people in here. Okay. Elvis is like, just drop it, right? Okay. Sometimes I'm going to try to be diplomatic. Sometimes things happen. And we all know that. We've all been through periods in our life where things happen. Shit happens. Things that are unforeseen, and they happen, and they throw a wrench in our system, and things happen. And then when we buy things from people online, I'm talking about guitars, of course, and your guitar doesn't come like it's supposed to. Well, the first knee-jerk reaction is to get a little upset. I don't get upset. I try to think it through, because shit does happen, you know? So I'm going to put it this way. I'm not going to drop a name tonight, okay? Because I'm going to try to look at the positive side. This might be kind of a good thing. This might be a good thing for both you and me to maybe learn something from. I have one of the builders who has built an incredible guitar. An incredible guitar. And I'm going to let the cat out of the bag right now, because you guys rock, and there's over 100 people in here. They've built this guitar. This guitar. I'm letting the cat out of the bag right now. It's the only way I can approach it. The only way I can think to approach it is to be honest with my subscribers. It was going to be revealed at the end, but they've built this guitar. And not your typical greenie that you see every day that people are getting. They took this guitar and built it beyond what it is, as per my request. Now, I'm not saying it says Epiphone on the headstock, just so you know. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying they built this guitar. It doesn't say Gibson either. So I'm saying they built this guitar and beyond what it should be. Beyond what it doesn't have a veneer. It has a real flamed maple cap. It has the CTS pots. It has the dark fingerboard with the beautiful frets. It actually has things on the guitar. Now, like I said, I'm not talking about logos or anything on the headstock, but it actually says Kurt Hammett. I'm just going to reveal it now on the back where the serial number would be. So it's not like like a fake Gibson or anything. It's got this serial number is not a real serial number. It says something that Epiphone should have done. Put Kurt Hammett on it. The difference is also, there's a few differences. Some I'm still not going to reveal just in case. Well, to me, when they come out with a guitar like this and they don't relic it and they do a buffed down finish on it, well, the original one would have been gloss. Now, wouldn't have. So I said gloss the hell out of that son of a bitch. You put your best finish on it that you got, which I believe is nitro. And they did best hardware, everything. And then we ran into a major logistics nightmare with the guitar. And this is where the plot thickens, because that guitar got shipped to the wrong person. Found it out yesterday. It's being shipped to the wrong person. And I know that this particular builder has been very boom helpful with me the whole step of the way, meeting my criteria and my needs to compete with this Epiphone. What can a Chinese builder do to compete with a $1,600 Epiphone? What does a $600 Chinese guitar offer when next to a $1,600 guitar? That's what I wanted to find out. Do your best. That's the whole point of this shootout. And that's the wild card guitar. So, yeah, I know, right? So here's the thing. Here's the thing. This builder messaged me and said, "We have a horrible thing going on. I accidentally sent she didn't accidentally send it. She said one of her colleagues sent the guitar. The guy's name, same first name as me. Last name starts with the same letter. And but we all know, is it Michael's not Michael Bolton, right? I mean, it's a logistic nightmare, and my guitar is on its way to a different state into the hands of a guy that is in a couple of our groups on Facebook, but has not returned any messages from anybody as of yet to say, hey. But the worst part about this, guys, he's getting 2 guitars. There's another guitar that I ordered for me, too. 2 guitars shipped to the wrong address, as well as another one that he ordered for him. It's a logistics nightmare. Now, I'm upset, not because I don't think I'm gonna lose out, but let's put it this way: I got, got some money into some builds. I can get the money back and go to my bank and say whatever if anything ever happened. But it bothers me because I'm trying to present you guys all of this really cool content and information to do these comparisons. And there was just a big monkey wrench thrown into it. So hopefully this guy steps up. I'm not going to throw names out right now. Steps up and says, hey, yeah, I'll take care of that. I'll pay for shipping, whatever. You know what I mean? It's not my guitar. I understand the mistake. Hopefully he does that. As of yet, he hasn't responded. And I kind of get it. I understand, because if somebody sent me a guitar, right, and it come in the mail and somebody said, hey, that's my guitar, send it to me, I'd be like, what the hell's going on, right? Like, what do you mean? I don't understand. I don't know. You know what I mean? So I kind of get, I'm just saying, I kind of get it. What do you guys think? Yeah, that's what happened. I mean, it happens. It happens. And we're going to get the people, well, you bought a Chibson. Hey, did I say it was a Chibson? That's the thing, right? I haven't told you guys what these guitars are going to be. I say it's a Chibson. I mean, nobody knows what logos are. And that's the surprise. That was the big surprise at the end. What is actually on the headstocks? Because it may just surprise you. So right now it's a waiting game. So we all know common sense in America, when you have something that's getting shipped and it's getting shipped UPS, you know that if you call up UPS and you want to intercept, say I ship guitars. I need to intercept. It's going to the wrong address. It gets scanned and they pull it to the side and relabel and it goes to the right address. Costs a couple bucks sometimes. Apparently the seller tried to intercept while it was on the plane. Of course, you can't do that. It's full of partials. And I tried to tell the seller, and this is where the communication breakdown thing comes in. I tell the seller, no, you got to wait till it comes here, then intercept it. And I got a response where I've already tried to intercept it. I can't. And then that was it. So, and I'm just bringing you guys the facts the way they are. But it's kind of a test, because will this seller, who's been good up to this point, they've built the guitar to my specifications, took pictures of the entire build the entire way through. I mean, the entire way, from its inception to the finish to installing the pots with it's in their hands, putting the pots in, and added touches that will blow your mind if you see it ever. If you see it, you're going to go, what the? That is the coolest thing I've ever seen, Fulton Street Beats. Why didn't we ever think of that? That's what you're going to do. I keep saying, when you see this guitar, you're going to want to wear your Depends. Anyhow, part of me says, they went through this whole process. I don't think they're trying to send me a guitar. The guitar exists, and they made it, and they did it for me, and they know it's for a build-off, and they know that I have a channel, and I have at least a reach of around 13,000 people. But I at the same time, I'm very frustrated because I'm bringing you guys content and I promise you guys content and it's at a standstill. Then we have another builder and I have to apologize. I have to apologize. I have another builder and I have a hard time remembering them in their fantastic that's in the contest and in the build off, and they're on AliExpress and a fantastic builder. They did my Randy Rhoads guitar. If you guys aren't familiar with that, they did my Randy Rhoads guitar. They've changed stores and they have another store now with more stuff in it. They do a lot of custom builds. And I'll try to leave a link later on in this video after it's done. I'll go down and try to leave a link because I forget the store number, honestly. And I'm leaving these links for transparency purposes. I'm not saying to buy from them. I'm not affiliated, nothing like that. I'm just saying that's who I got this through, and it's for media purposes and news purposes. So let's be clear on that. Because you might order something and go, I hate it, right? But we all have to make adult decisions. Anyhow, that builder that I'm using for that is also building, cat's out of the bag now, right? Is also building a greenie. So you see why? Who could, like, it's the most anticipated guitar that's came out in a long time. Let's see what these builders can do. What can they do with this? And now this particular builder, I gave free reign. I said, you do what you think you should do. So however that guitar comes, it comes. I will tell you that's not going to be here till after the Chinese New Year. Definitely not going to be. They're taking their time with it. I've received pictures of that guitar also, not as frequently as the other seller, but I've received pictures of it. And I'll tell you, it looks good. It looks really good. It's going to be very close. It would be a very close competition. But they're sending me another guitar in the meantime because they apologized and said, you're waiting. It's in process, but we want to be very meticulous with the guitar, make sure it's right. They're sending me another guitar. Thought that was cool. I told them, no, I don't need another guitar. And they said, no, we're sending you a cool guitar. So I'm going to have another guitar to present to you guys just for fun. So that was pretty cool. So sometimes things work out, sometimes they don't, but I'm really kind of, I don't want to say, I guess I'm upset. I'm upset about the main showcase guitar that was really my brainchild. So we'll see how that works out. Yeah, Elvis, I did bust my, we've been talking behind the scenes and he knows how many hoops I've been jumping through to make this stuff happen. Yeah, he should. I mean, he should do the right thing and get it to me. Definitely. I think so. But at the same time, like I said, Mike, and this is nobody's, I say nobody's fault. It is somebody's fault. It is, but mistakes happen. Mistakes happen. And I understand that because I've made mistakes too. We've all done stuff where we screwed up and went, oh shit, right? So this is a learning experience. Let's see what this builder does to make it right. And that's the best we can hope for. Make it right, send it, figure it out, and make it right. I know we all hate jumping through hoops, but I think I'm willing to do something. And here's the thing. This is the bad part about the situation. It's not the guitar is not coming to me right now and somebody else may be getting it and might keep it. What really sucks is they're getting a guitar that's kind of top secret and not available to anyone in the world. That is the shitty part. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, to be clear, it is not a Gibson logoed guitar. It's not a Chibson. So, it's just different. And you guys would really like to see it. I say different. Yeah, we already talked about it being a greenie style, but it's not what you think. It's over the top what a greenie should have been. It's what a greenie should have been. And a lot of you guys out there in polls that I've put up have actually dictated what the greenie should have been. So I listened to what everybody was saying, and I said, do this because this is what people would like. Well, we'll do this. This is what people would like. And a lot of things get lost in translation, and we'd have to go back and forth. Are you sure? This doesn't sound like a good idea, they would say, and I'd say, do it. And then they send me pictures, and I said, that's perfect. That's exactly what people want. It's what they want to see. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. We'll see if even with the bad that's happening, we'll see how it turns out. The Hydra, Shane, don't even get me started. This is the messed up part. Listen, you guys are here. I'm just going to spill the beans on everything because everything was top secret. The same builder, there's two builders now, actually. Two builders that I have contacted about building the Hydra. Ain't cheap. It ain't cheap. Building the Hydra is not going to be cheap. We have these. If you guys aren't familiar with the Steve Vai Hydra, I suggest you check it out. It is like the coolest thing ever. And people say, why would you need that? Well, because it's so freaking cool. How would you play it? Well, Steve Vai plays it, and that's all that matters. And I'll just hang on my wall right now because I'm never going to be that good. So we have a 12-string up top, an electric 12-string with all kinds of crazy phasers and electronics. In the middle, we have a 7-string guitar with all kinds of crazy electronics and a Sustainiac and all kinds of stuff. And on the bottom, we have a 3/4-inch scale bass, and on the end of the guitar, there's a harp. Steve Vai manages to play all this stuff in unison at the same time, which blows my mind. There's tubes on top of the guitar and phaser. I mean, just everything. It's crazy. And there's never been a reproduction built of this guitar, to my knowledge, ever. And I want one because it's cool and I'll pay for it. It's finding the right builder to do it. Talk to two builders who are looking into it. And this moment they saw the guitar, they went, what the? This is very difficult. Logistics are difficult. Yeah, logistics are difficult. But once you take away all the shit on top of the guitar and you take it down to its bare wood, it's really not. It's the trinkets that are on the guitar that's difficult. So this is what I'm going to promise you guys right now. I'm going to promise you guys something. If a builder doesn't build that guitar, if I can't get them to build that guitar, I'm going to build that guitar. I'm going to build a guitar. I'm an ex-drum builder. I'm used to working with woods. I'll build the guitar. I'll source the necks. I'm not going to build the necks. I'm not going to build guitar necks because I am not that person. I'll source the necks and the hardware, but I'll build the body. I got no problem with that. We'll scale it up, do it. But I would like a builder to do it because that would be the coolest build in history, and it hasn't been done. So now you know. She looks great. The shirt, you like the shirt? You know who did this? My wife's sister did this shirt for me. She's like, she made it for me. And I'm like, because we're trying to come up with shirts for you guys. And I don't know what's going to be cool and what's not. I would like, yeah, I mean, you guys want to submit design ideas, go ahead. I don't know yet how I want to do it. I'm just like, when it comes to t-shirts, I don't know what to do. She took my font from the channel and put it on here and into some guitars. I don't know if it should say YouTube on it or whatnot, but yeah, I mean, it seems okay. Fits good. She did a good job. She did a good job. It was a prize. She said a surprise. She said, "Look, I made this shirt for you." So that was pretty cool. Wasn't expecting it. Let's go down the list here and talk about some other things. Now that we got all that bad stuff out of the way, where are we here? Okay, how about this? You guys saw the post of the Jessica guitar / Jessica guitar. Anybody familiar with that guitar? You should be. I think you are. I think you all are. Yeah, the Greenie should have been a Hydra. Could you imagine them shipping that thing? I said if they build it, take the necks off and ship it that way. Collapse that big monstrosity down because you need a harness to play it. Yes, do that, Scott. Please. I appreciate that. Send it. I would love it. I would love it. Chibson keeps it fun. So, yeah, Jet's the chick that robbed his house. That is true. I just caught that. That is true, Elvis. That is true. It is the chick that robbed his house. So Slash had a guitar, and this is really funny. This is the irony about Chibsons and our I'm not even going to say replica guitars anymore because it's actually not a proper term. We're not even using that term right because replica assumes exact also. So we need to come up with definitely need to come up with a new term for our guitars. How about, I don't know. I don't know. We'll come up with something. We'll figure out something that suits what we need so we can get away from this stigma. They're not counterfeits. They don't meet the definition of counterfeit, even though they have a logo on them. They don't meet the definition of counterfeit because there's no intent to defraud, and they're not exact, and they're not a replica because they're not exact. So we got to come up with a new definition. To me, they're guitars, right? I mean, if we put it simple, like my wife would say, "What the fuck this deal? They're guitars. Why you guys freak out about guitars?" She's right. She's totally right. Well, anyhow, Slash's guitar is one that he did the Appetite for Destruction album with and went on the Appetite tour with, as most of you know, was a fake. It was by his words, a replica, and it was built by a luthier, and Dirk was his name. And he got the guitar as a gift, and he never got to meet the builder because the builder died. But anyhow, Gibson kind of weaseled their way into this and kind of support the fake replica guitar because it's Slashes, and that's the guitar that's really went down in history as saving Gibson at a major point where they were going into bankruptcy. They approached Slash, and Slash is still kind of their spokesperson today for that, and said, "Hey, can we recreate Jessica?" And everybody was a big Guns N' Roses fan at the time, and it really saved the company, and everybody wanted that guitar. It was a iconic guitar, but a lot of people didn't know it wasn't a real guitar. It was a fake. I mean, in a good fake. No PAFs in it. It had Seymour Duncans in it, and the luthier put Gibson on the logo. So for the top of the headstock, it's the closest thing to a counterfeit that I've ever seen. And some might even view it as a counterfeit because of the simple fact it was used in live performances with people believing it was a real guitar. So you have that aspect of it. But I'm not going to get into that. But the point is, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? I mean, you can't say, "Oh, Slash can do it," but you can't. It doesn't work this way, especially when our guitars aren't what a Gibson is. They're not. Some are better. And I say that people get pissed, but some are better or at least capable of being better. But it doesn't make a difference what country it's made in. Fake is a fake, and if you want to call it a replica is a replica. It don't make a difference. So Gibson swoops in, and there's an interview I put up, just a quick tidbit, you guys might have saw it, of Slash showing Gibson Jessica, saying, "Now this is the famous Jessica. This is a replica." And they scan up and show the Gibson headstock. And the guy says, I think it's the CEO of Gibson, if I'm not mistaken, the new CEO, and he says, "Oh, so it came with PAFs?" And Slash says, "No, it came with Seymour Duncans." So Gibson's trying to weasel their way in like it's their idea. This guitar was an unauthorized reproduction of a Gibson, but that's okay. And a lot of Gibson fanboys, and I call them fanboys. Gibson people aren't bad. I'm not saying all Gibson people are bad, but the fanboys, Elvis, you saw the picture, right? Okay. "Oh, he was an American luthier, so it makes it okay." No. That makes it more scary when you got a guitar that you can't tell the difference. So let's be realistic. I try to be really realistic about this stuff. And I still don't have a problem with it. I don't want to make it like I got a problem. I just don't think anybody should have a problem with the guitars that we decide to purchase either. I hope that makes sense. It's because if anybody tries to come down and say, "Oh, you can't do this," well, let me tell you, there's going to be a whole legal shitstorm coming their way because I'm the first person that would jump on Gibson's ass and sue the fuck out of them for endorsing a fake guitar. It's not going to fly well. We're going to sit well with anybody. I'm just saying. We get threatened. People get threatened with lawsuits all the time, right? You get your letter in the mail that you can fight. Get your letter in the mail. Most people don't. I do. I fight them. But I will threaten back because the point is this: I got nothing to lose. They got everything to lose. It's bad publicity. They don't want to. They don't want to go that route. And it's not worth it to go that route because once again, shouldn't we all get along? We're guitar players. We should all get along and just play what we want. This is America, and we are allowed to make our own choices. Nothing is being stolen from Gibson. They're on a whole different field than the Chibsons, right? Let's face it, they're in a whole different field. I'm not saying they're better. A lot of them are, right? But I'm not saying they're better. It's just a different field. It's a whole different playing field. It's a whole different money market game. And they do the cash cow deal. It's cash, 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 cash. Rich people buy, doctors, lawyers. We can't deny that. And then for regular working people, we buy things that we enjoy to look at even. Maybe they don't even play the best. But we buy them, we look at them, we like the way they look. We hang them on our walls. We have signature guitars that Gibson lovers can't have because they never could afford them, right? But one thing I have found doing this channel, I have found is that even guitar snobs are closet Chibson curious. They're Chibson curious. That's why they watch, and that's why they comment, and they hate it. They're Chibson curious. It's time for them to come out of the closet. Just saying. You might like it. I know. I have a unique way with words, don't I? I love it. I don't know. Sometimes when Splash Planet is like, this is the best sounding guitar he's ever played. It's his favorite guitar. That's exactly what he said. It's my favorite guitar. Who else said that? James Hetfield with the Flying V, right? His fake Gibson Flying V is made in Japan with a bolt-on neck. Gibson on the truss rod cover. His favorite guitar, he said he'd be buried with it to this day. And there's other ones too. Tony Iommi, plenty of fake SGs. Did you guys know that even Angus Young played an SG that wasn't a Gibson? And then Gibson went to the builder of that SG and said, hey, can we use your lightning bolt design on our Gibsons and call it a signature series? So when they're trying to save themselves, it's okay with somebody famous. You want to ride the coattails. But for you or me, the average Joe, it's taboo. It's not taboo. It's not illegal. There's the Lanham Act. It's not illegal. It's not illegal. It's just the most ridiculous thing ever. You have a right to buy things. Commercial world is not you unless you're selling them for commercial use, trying to make a profit in the commercial world as a business. It's okay. Tell people this over there. They don't believe me. They don't get it. Read the Lanham Act. It was written to protect big businesses from other big businesses and stealing intellectual property between each other, not for you as a private consumer. It's not made to step on you. That's not why the Lanham Act was written, and that's why they put in there it's unconstitutional against your First Amendment to tell you what you can buy, no matter how confusing the trademark is. That's why they say that. It's not against the law. It's not against the law. And there's no such thing as trafficking for private use of a guitar. There's no such thing. Trafficking has to do with commercial use and business. It's clearly stated and clearly written. And I put it in, I put it out all the time. I put the articles out all the time, and people just don't understand the English. I get frustrated. Yes, his 70 was a factory. Yep, factory second. Sure was. I'm gonna try to refresh this page, guys, because I don't think all your comments are showing up like they should be. So give me a second here. Oh, we got a nice commercial. I love seeing commercials on my own site. Hold on one second here. And then what else we got? We got other stuff going on. I think we do. There we go. Awesome. Guys, we got 103 people in here. I love it. I love doing live streams. I can't do them all the time. I only can do them when I'm in the house alone, because if there's just too much noise when the kids are here and everything else. So when everybody's gone, that's when we do them. So once again, Epiphone is from Zounds. Now, you guys, everybody's been asking about these, right? Everybody's been asking about these right here. The Chibson logos. And they're really cool. These come from a I'm gonna push these guys because they're really awesome people. They're on eBay. I believe they have their own website, but I don't remember what it is. But it's called Creative Cuts, Creative-Cuts on eBay, and they make these Chibson logos. This one happens to be like an aged logo, and they've gotten better in their designs because now the black part under here kind of looks like a truck. This lays over it perfectly, and you can lay this right over if you want to. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying if you want to. Like my Chibsons, I don't care if they say Gibson, Chibson, whatever. I think it's funny. So all of my guitars, that's why I did it like, well basically with all of them. Look at this. Check this out. Let's do it on this one, right? See this? This is an amazing guitar right here. See that Chibson right up there on the headstock? That's from Creative Cuts, and it looks good, right? Doesn't that look good? And the light, you might see a little. This is their old design, so it's thick. Let me show you this one. So you see it a little bit more. And now they have the new design out that you don't see. If I find one, there we go. We'll use this one because you don't know what's under this logo yet. So we'll use this one for an example. And then you got this one. Hold on here. See that? That is much, much better cut with the black underneath. And that's what you get now. They're really, really cool. Like, cool, right? They're so cool. It says Chibson. Hey, I always say it loud, say it proud. I'm a Chibson. Who cares? Right? But if you wanted to say Gibson, that is your decision. That's right. You got that freedom of choice, man. And that is awesome. But Creative Cuts, really cool. I think they run about $10. I think you get a couple of them though. They run about $10, and they also, for you guys, do the fret. You know, everybody, you got the. I did a review of the fret markers, and they contacted me and asked me if I would do a review. Maybe I can't remember if I contacted them or they contacted me. But anyhow, I did a while back a review of the fret markers, and they went on the guitar good enough. They don't come off. These are better quality, and these little lightning bolt inlays, you could put them in your block inlays on your guitars. Very, very cool. I just sent Elvis Pretzel a set of these. So these are 2 sets right here. I just sent him a set of these to put on his guitar, as well as some pickups, because he's a good friend. And I like sharing things with you guys. That when I find things that really work for me, I have been chasing strings for a long time. I'm always chasing strings, and I get strings, and I'm like, okay, they're okay, but nothing really jumps out at me. I like strings that are really good for that magnetic field, really good magnetic properties. These are the best that I have found so far. These are the classic rock and roll slinky regulars, but they're a custom pure nickel. I get them on Amazon. Freaking awesome strings. Now these are 10. I went to a 10 to 46. I used to play 9 to 42s. Now they're 10 to 46. But man, the articulation of these strings are, for me anyhow, they might not work for you, but for me anyhow, I think I found my string of choice. I'm always still trying though. You never know what's going to happen. And then my favorite pick. People ask stupid questions. What's my favorite pick? It's these Ibanez sand grips. I'll never go to another pick. They're a millimeter pick. Ibanez sand grips. I get these on Amazon too. They do not slip in your hand, and they really have awesome attack. Only problem with the picks, once they start wearing down, they're wore down. You can pretty much toss them. They run about, I don't know, $10, $12 to $15 a pack, but my favorite pick. So a lot of people ask those questions. And if you guys got any questions you want to throw in the comment section now, go ahead. Elvis, you happy to get those pickups? I sent them to a different state. I'm sorry. You know, Elvis, whatever. I went to a different Elvis, and I'm sorry. Yeah, I use fret. I didn't. Yeah, the packaging is great with fret look. I used them, and I had good luck with them. I find that they don't stick as well initially. Once they're on for a while, they do. They don't stick as well as the vinyl that this guy's using. It's very, very, his vinyl is very thin also, but not as delicate. String Joy, I've used the String Joy strings. But they have so many different types. Like I'm like, I don't know which ones to get. You know, the ones that I used were good, but I just haven't found the right ones, I guess. 10 to 52s. Yeah, isn't that great? Like, that's the thing. We all experiment with these strings, and we'll find what I find is a lot of strings that I'll use on one guitar doesn't equate well to another guitar. Um, you know, like my guitars that are set up with Floyd Rose. When I can't do a 10 to 46 on them, they don't sound right to me. They don't feel right. I got to do 9 to 42s on those, but maybe it's just me. Might be psychosomatic. Chibson Tribute Guitars, CMBR. That's right. Plane ride in a rental car and get that guitar back. I know. Listen, knowing you and me, Mike, though, it wouldn't be a quick ride. We'd be like every bar on the way, right? I have a feeling that would happen. Well, we didn't get the guitar, but we got good and drunk. I don't know. Mike knows. Mike, you think Mike knows. Mike is behind the scenes also. He's very behind the scenes with me. He's a really good guy. And he's behind the scenes, knows a lot of what's going on behind the scenes here. I told you guys a lot tonight that wasn't planned to tell you. I hope you kind of appreciate it because it was really, but at the same time, now I guess it makes the finale that much better when we actually see the outcome and we actually see if a builder and a seller like pulls through, because that says a lot, right? You want to know that a seller or a builder is that you're getting a guitar from is going to pull through for you and make things right. We all want to know that. And so I'm going to stay positive. No bashing. Not going to do that. I'm going to stay positive because shit happens. And we'll have to see. I mean, it's to be continued, definitely, but we'll have to see. Will it be right in the end? And this is the best part, right? Will it be worth the wait? In the end, will we look at this guitar and go, so worth it? That's my hopes. Like I said, I'm the glass is half full kind of guy. That's my hopes. So we'll have to see. We can't keep a secret. That's okay. There's no secrets here. There's no secrets here now. We're good. We are good. And wait a minute. What do we got over here? Is something I got over here? I think we've covered everything, guys. Unless you got questions. I think we've got there. I think we're good. How are we doing for time? Yeah, doing pretty good. You guys got questions? You got questions about any particular guitar you want me to show you that was maybe your favorite or you're curious about? Anything like that. We got the Ace Frehley. We got the infamous Randy Rhoads that fell off the freaking top of the stairs down to the bottom floor and didn't break. That's crazy, right? It didn't break. It fell like 11 feet. It didn't break. We have the purple Ouija. We got the ones in this room anyhow. We got a Flying V. We got the Zach Wild Audio Buzzsaw. We got all that stuff. Mike, how you liking your Buzzsaw? Yes, we are conspiring to blow your minds. That is right, Mike. That's exactly what we're doing. We're conspiring to blow your minds. Because if this guitar does show up, you guys are all going to shit yourself. Because I'm probably going to shit myself. Oh, it's funny. Mike just got a Wild Audio guitar also. It's pretty cool. We got the James Hetfield ESP. This is a cool guitar right here, guys. This is one this is a monster. I got a lot of money in this one too, though. I like to upgrade. This has got the actual James Hetfield active EMGs in it. And then we did this is nothing up here, just like the real deal. And then we have the switch down here, and you can see I converted it to 3 knobs because there was 4, and we have our switch. This is dead. We got a ground going to this. That's about all. And then on the back, we got the lock-in tuners. We got hip shot, open gear lock-in tuners. This is a U-shaped neck. Amazing. I need to play this guitar more because it is so amazing and it sounds so good. But this is the Metallica guitar. We have two guitars that are like the Metallica guitars. So if you see me pull this guitar down, it's playing Metallica. Really low action on this one too. But I mean, I set this up myself. This is actually really comparable to the Epiphone, the way it's set up. But it sounds. How do I do this? This is a metal machine. The Epiphone is a really good rounded all around guitar. Does Zeppelin and shit like that really, really well. Do AC/DC really well. And then it's got that Stratty tone also. This thing, I call it the one hit wonder. It's a Metallica machine. That's what it is. And it does it well. Heel on the back, very cool guitar. eBay guitars. Love it. Then we got the one that everybody likes, but is the polka dot Randy Rhoads one. That's why it came damaged on the horn. FedEx damaged it, and I ended up fixing it. Acoustics. I want to get like a Gibson knockoff acoustic, even a Taylor or Martin. I'd like to try them. Acoustic guitars aren't big on the channel. Every time I bring an acoustic in, it's like my views will go from 6,000 to 400. It's like the weirdest thing. Nobody wants to see acoustics, which is kind of weird because there's nothing beats the quality of a good built acoustic, right? That's craftsmanship for sure. You like this one right here, right? Yeah, that's nice. You want to hear a story on this guitar? So it didn't come with a stripe on it. I did this, and I did the cross. I did all that. This has the stock Chibson pickups in it. They're phenomenal. They sound great. Full-size pots, plug-and-play wiring. Another great setup. I haven't did anything with the tuners because they really hold really, really well. It is a really good guitar. This guitar was ordered, and then what happened was it didn't get sent for a long time. So I went to my bank. I was like, this, and they weren't responding. I went to my bank, and they stopped. They gave me my money back. They stopped paying it, and they gave me my money back. Then the guitar, a couple days later, shows up, and I'm like, oh, no. I feel horrible. So I kept trying to get a hold of the seller to give them the money, and they were gone. The store closed. So freebie. It was a freebie. Still feel bad about it to this day. I don't play it much, but it's a great sounding guitar. You guys, if you watched any of the videos, I did some some stuff off of St. Anger with this guitar. Very, very, very nice guitar. It's got the thick binding on it, like the 56 style binding when they had it really thick. A lot of people are like, the binding size is wrong. No, it's what it's supposed to be for a 56. It's nice. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool, heavy, soggy guitar too. That one's around 9 pounds also. So yeah. The World of Mathis got a Chibson acoustic. Yeah, I've been watching him. We've actually been kind of talking just a little bit. I like his channel. I like where he's going with it. It's nice to see. It's refreshing to see. I'm going to say something. I'm going to say something, don't you, Mike? What did I pay for? What did I pay for? Which one? Oh, never mind. He's not talking to me. My bad. How many of you? You're all here. I take it you're all here for the Chibsons, or most of you, right? How much did it cost you all in all on the upgrades that we made to the Frank? Not much. But now it's a totally different guitar. It's over here on the wall. I'm thinking about getting rid of it. I don't play it much. Now it's a sonic marvel. It sounds and plays awesome. It's got a Floyd Rose special on it that I hot rodded with the and it's got the detuna on it. I got rid of that shitty EVH pot that I originally put in it because it was horrible. It was cutting in and out. There's something wrong with it. Got rid of that. Went back to just a big pot with an EMG, and I got a Squire neck on it from almost like a brand new Squire I stole it from, and put it on that guitar. It's got wicked low action. It's a screamer, man, and it sounds really good, but it's got a dark fretboard now. No locking nut because the bridge is decked. And in my eyes, I look at it and go, well, the bridge is decked. I don't need a locking nut. So there's no locking nut. Stays in tune way better than it ever did. It's a cool guitar. Right now, what do I got into it? I so the neck even I traded another guitar for the guitar it came from. 303, 300 and about 425 bucks in it, maybe. Well, if you count the strap, you can bring that up to about 500 bucks with that freaking strap and everything that came with it. About 500 bucks. No, I mean it's not cheap. But you got to pay to play, right? But the body's cool as hell. That's what I was trying to get my point across when I unboxed that guitar. Like, look at the cool factor of this guitar. I think that's why EVH had a fit so much. I mean, it was just a cool factor. It's hanging on the wall and it's cool. I don't play it though, and I don't. It's not that I don't enjoy playing it. It's just not my style. You want to see it? You guys want to see that guitar? The seller, yes, the seller for that guitar is still in the original unboxing video. If you go down, the link should still be active in there. I updated the link, so it should still be active. And yeah, I believe it's still active. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Super nice people that I got it from too. I mean, let me get this here. This isn't in its current form. I got a broken E string on it. Forgot. I got a broken E string. Maybe that's why I haven't played it in a while. I broke an E string a while back because I put cheap ass strings on it. I was skimping out. Anyhow, here it is. There she is in all its glory. Now, there we go. And I like the dark neck on it. I think it looks great. We got the pickup cover here. We got the picks on it. Everything's nice now. EMG style pickup. It's not a real EMG, guys. This is out of a Chibson, but she's a screamer and she's hot and it's not microphonic. Then we got the hot rodded Floyd Rose special with the D Tuna. And there's the back. We got the cloth in the back and all the reflectors. A lot of different relic work that I did. It's got the blue paint on it and the duct tape. And of course, we got the skunk stripe. And his neck is super thin now, not that big chunky son of a bitch that comes on it. And then we have this EVH strap that is honestly, guys, a nightmare. It's not a strap that you actually. I mean, if you're on stage with it and you're playing all night long, it would be cool. But to take it on and off, it's a pain in the ass with these eye hooks. I ain't gonna lie. But that's an expensive strap. That's the Relic EVH strap that I got right from EVH. So we got an authentic serial number on this guitar now because we got a Squire neck on it and we got the Squire neck plate on it. And I did that kind of as a joke, but it does work good. Nice fret job, nice frets. What do you think? Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. One of the better bodies that I've seen, definitely. And the switch is all, I mean, the relicing on everything is really done really well. The original neck is actually now over here on the Squire. I still haven't even put the strings on it or anything. It's hanging on the wall over by my workbench. I got a row of guitars to do over there to complete, and that's actually last in line right now. But that's where that neck went. Nothing wrong with it. Just a thick neck, and it's it's the typical baseball bat Fender neck. Yes, it's more of a Frankenstein. I did what I want with it, but the difference is now it's this perfect slammed action, and it plays so good. It plays and sounds so good. It does. I'll put a string on this soon and show you guys how it sounds because it's a screaming SOB. It plays really nice. It's just not my when I'm playing it and I'm looking down, I feel like I'm playing what everybody wants about this guitar. That's exactly what it feels like, and it's just not me. Yes, the neck pockets were identical with the neck that came on it and the neck that I put in it. They're identical. It fit perfectly. There's no gaps, no nothing. I mean, it was like went in like butter, just like butter. Went in just like butter. No issues there at all. And I'm not saying, all of them are the same. I'm saying this particular was. It was weird. So when I did that video, and a lot of you are familiar with the video, a lot of you are here because of that video. It was just an unboxing. It was a guitar unboxing. And it kind of like went poof. It was like it's my highest viewed video to date. I think it's going on 300,000 views right now, in just that short period of time. But everybody, we're all Eddie Van Halen fans, and that was my whole point ordering the guitar, because I'm an Eddie Van Halen fan. I'm like, that's cool. But what I didn't realize is that, who's not an Eddie Van Halen fan? EVH. Like, they don't want people having EVH memorabilia. They don't want it. Like, they sue people for having mailboxes with stripes on them. You think I'm joking? I'm not joking. Like, right? So you guys all know the story, how they called me and told me you can't show that guitar. And I told them to pound salt. As I was just like dumbfounded. Like, are you kidding me? It's a guitar. It's a freaking guitar. It didn't have any trademarks on it. There's no serial numbers. There was nothing to it. The stripes. We needed stripes. The stripes are even different. Don't tell me it's the stripes. It's different. You say I can't have stripes? So they crossed the line. It was ridiculous. But that pissed a lot of people off, and it brought them to the channel that are Eddie Van Halen fans, because especially with a guitar that Eddie Van Halen built from parts, because he was saying pretty much, fuck you to the man. I need to build what I need. And we're all, we're fans. We do all this stuff because we're fans. There's nothing more. There's nothing more to it. There's nothing nefarious. We're fans. I got a Zakk Wylde guitar because I'm a fan. I got the Angus guitar because I'm a fan. I got the Hetfield guitar because I'm a fan. The Kurt Hammett guitar because I'm a fan. Randy Rhoads because I'm a fan. Ace Frehley because I'm a fan. It's rock and roll. Nothing more. Nothing nefarious. It's like having a picture on your wall, right? Except for our pictures, we get to do more than just look at them. We get to play them. What do you want to hear? The Carina V? Okay, well, it's an interesting guitar. First of all, it's beautiful. It is a beautiful guitar. That is right here. And an interesting story, I bought the Epiphone Flying V Carina. Very expensive guitar. They said it was a limited edition, and it was a lie. They weren't limited editions whatsoever. Matter of fact, they still build them. So I ended up getting rid of that guitar, and it was really bright orange, like great pumpkin orange, and I had a fit, and I called up Gibson. I said, why is my guitar orange? This is ridiculous. It's supposed to be natural. And they said, well, some of them come orange. Well, so I wanted this one. Anyhow, this is a natural guitar. It might not be in this light, but I wanted this guitar. Saw it on eBay, and I took a chance with it. Haven't did anything to this guitar. Will Gibson parts fit on this guitar? No, unfortunately, no. It's a different design, different pick guard design. Everything's different. The spacing of the pickups are different. Everything's different, but it's got that look. It's got the right look. It's got the right feel. It does have that 50s chunky neck, but it's kind of what makes it cool. This is a guitar that won't go anywhere, because this is exactly what I was looking for when I bought the Epiphone. This is what I was looking for, and here it is. And it was a mere $275. And it sounds really, really good. Really good. Another guitar that was really good out of the box and with a good setup, and it looks fantastic. Right now, it's not one piece or anything like that. There's a few pieces to it here and there. I don't even know. See if I can find them here. Maybe not. Yeah, so we got one, and then there's a piece on the side here, and I think there's another one. So I guess like a 3-piece body. But it's a really cool guitar, right? And it's got the Carina weight, which is awesome. Very good looking. We can't deny that. I mean, that's a good looking V, right? And the tuners are even good. Like, they hold. There's no slop in them. Nothing. So when I get things that they're not broke, I don't fix them. There's a few guitars that I have that I don't touch. The Zakk Wylde Wild Audio one is like that too. I did change something on that guitar, not because I needed to, just simply because I had them or I wanted to. This is the Buzzsaw. I put locking tuners on here. This guitar is another guitar that is a dream to play. This has extra jumbo frets on this one, and it's got the bald end frets. Something I don't see a lot on these guitars. No, they're not. In other words, they're not. The frets aren't cut. They're bald on the ends, but these are very large. They appear to be stainless steel frets on this too. I don't know what the deal is with this guitar. And the top's different from a lot of them. Really nice finish. Definitely a real top on it too. I was going to upgrade the pickups in this, but it sounds so good I just couldn't. Full size pots came that way. Plug and play wiring. another tailpiece that's labeled Epiphone, by the way, on this one. So I don't know where it came from or who was building it, but they did a really good job. It was actually an LS Custom Shop guitar. A lot of these guitars are, I actually buy guitars if they say LS Custom Shop in the picture. I'll buy them because they look like they usually come decent. They age and turn yellow. I don't know, like the poly, I don't know how these will age with the poly. I know the nitro ages a lot, like and quickly. That was a big thing with the Randy Rhoads guitar when I had that built for me, and I wanted the Gibson VOS color. They made the guitar and it was VOS color, so they made it to look like the guitar would look today as far as aging goes. And a lot of people got on my case, go, that the guitar is too yellow, and I like, no, that's how Gibson did their VOS according to how it would be. And it is yellow. I mean, it's way more yellow in fluorescence than it is in real life, but it is yellow. And I wanted that yellow because that's how it would be today. We had a discussion, I think it was with Mike, about who has that guitar now. I think it's Randy Rhoads' mother has the original one. I'd love to see it. But I did my color after a Gibson VOS color. And I think they nailed it. They did a good job. And it's a great playing guitar. Love that guitar. So cool. Another commercial. There we go. Yeah, super cool guitar. I'd grab it, but it's way over there. And it fell 11 feet. Fell 11 feet, and I thought it was broken because it had a crack in the back of the neck, and it was just a finish crack. I actually sanded it down, and the neck wasn't broken. It's still an amazing playing guitar. Now it just looks relic on the neck. Sad but true. Yes, it's all original. I mean, it's just the way it came. I haven't upgraded nothing on that guitar. I haven't touched the thing. Well, I take that back. I did some cosmetic stuff. They couldn't do the brass poker chip or the brass switch tip, so I did that, and then I did all the brass plates in the back too. So I did do that, and I did add the pointers on the knobs also. Yeah, poly finishes are definitely the way to go if you want a guitar the finish is gonna last. If nitro is gonna crack on you, definitely. That's the whole thing with Gibson letting their guitars acclimate, and it's not really for fret sprout. It's letting them acclimate when you get them inside to reduce a sudden cracking of nitro, especially when the guitar is fresh and brand new. You run into that problem a lot. So that's the real reason. We all know you guys unbox guitars, unless the guitar comes in styrofoam, it's going to acclimate the same. If it's in cardboard, it's going to acclimate the same as it being outside of that cardboard. Our cardboard's not a huge, big insulator. Now, if it was in styrofoam, like if a Chinese guitars come and it was nitro, you'd have a big problem with nitro being in the styrofoam. You know what I mean? Like you'd have to wait because that's like being in a cooler, So that's, there's a lot of myths about letting certain guitars acclimate. If you got a poly guitar and it's in a box, it's going to acclimate the same outside of the box as it is in the box. If it's sitting on your porch out in the cold and you bring it inside it, that box and what's in it's warming up at the same rate. But they worry about that stuff because of nitro finishes mostly. Yeah, they do. I mean, poly does yellow. There's definitely, especially, depending on the light that it's, especially if you gig with it and you're outside in the sun a lot too. I'm going to do an experiment and put this Randy Rhoads guitar, or maybe a different guitar, in under ultraviolet for a long time. Just like constant ultraviolet. I got ultraviolet light over here and see exactly what happens. I recently restored an SG. It was an SG Epiphone custom 3 pickup version, and I don't know if you guys saw that video. It was a dumpster find. I found it. Some people were moving out and they threw it in a dumpster and it shit all over. It was gross as hell. And I pulled the guitar out, brought it back. 3 pickup guitar, totally wired wrong. Every position, wherever you put the switch, It was Seymour Duncan in it too. It had a Seymour Duncan, I think it's Distortion Master in it, if I remember right. Every position, every pickup was on full blast. And I was like, well, that's not right. So I rewired the guitar, set it up, polished it up, got rid of all the crud. It was a long. That video got very few views too. Found it in a freaking legit big green dumpster. They were moving out, and it's not here now, but it turned out nice. That was I pulled the pick guard off that guitar, and then you saw what it really used to look like, the white that it was. Yeah, that's the yellow with how they were with the Randy Rhoads guitar. You can find them, like you can get people say this is, and there's different stages, of the Randy Rhoads guitars, and with their a lot of people call them cream or whatever. A lot of debate on what you want to call them, but I forget what his original color to start with was. A lot of people said Alpine white. I don't know. But I know that when they aged, they turned very, very yellow quickly. And they started getting yellower and yellower and yellower. And, but the thing about how they did the nitro on those, like the whole guitar would turn yellow uniformly, which was very, very weird, I thought. So at least that's according to what Gibson said. So that's why they came out with their VOS. And I always liked that guitar. It was so cool. And I'm a big Randy Rhoads fan. So I like that guitar. Nice thin neck on that one too. Very thin. I don't know if it was that thin in the I think it was a 70, I think. But could be wrong. Yeah, I told you, Elvis, I told you about my buddy who took his does a lot of different work on his guitars and experiments, and showed me his guitars, and he says, you want to age your guitar, you want to relic it, and like a poly guitar is really hard to relic. And I'm like, well, yeah, I'd like to try it. He goes, well, you can spray nitro over poly, but you can't spray poly over nitro. So what you do is you spray the nitro over the poly, then relic the nitro on top, but you still have your poly finish underneath. Of course, you got to scuff it up and everything. But I was like, well, that kind of makes sense. He goes, no, you run into a world of hurt if you spray poly over nitro. That's just not going to work. And I was like, okay, it makes sense, I guess. So he did it, and he showed me, and it does. It looks like a real relict guitar. And he took the coffee grounds, and after he reliced it, and it's like they rubbed them into all the cracks, and it looks good. It looks legit. Very cool. So maybe I get him to get that over here so I can show you guys sometime. Yeah, poly cracks. There's no doubt about it. Poly cracks. I got an argument with that. Poly does crack. I mean, it's a poly finish, plastic. It's a plastic polymer finish. It cracks. Guy, poly doesn't crack. No, it'll crack. I've seen it crack. Fenders, a lot of Fenders have poly finishes. Notorious for the big hunks coming off, right? Yeah, they crack. I mean, I had a guy who wanted to fist fight over it. They don't crack. Poly don't crack. Okay. If you say so, I got some right here that are cracked. Oh. Yeah, and went to more of an off-white, pretty uniformly. Yeah, it varies. It definitely does. And we have to remember this. I mean, Randy gigged with that guitar outside all the time. That guitar and we're on stage, the stage lights, UV lights on stage, that spent a lot of time in ultraviolet light. And it was a lot of times the guitar was just sitting in a case or outside the case on a guitar stand all the time too. And I think that contributed to why it was like the way it was. I look back at videos of his when it was just starting to yellow, and it's nothing like this. And here's the thing though, guys. I don't want to say his guitar is like this today. I'm saying according to Gibson, that's what it is today. Although we don't see it. We don't know. I haven't seen that guitar. I mean, if you guys have, let me know where to look. But as far as I know, his mom has it and has it put away. But I wonder, like, if Gibson made the version that they made of his guitar and made it that yellow, you'd think that they would have had it for a minute. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm happy with it though. Totally happy with the guitar. At first, when I was looking for a Randy Rhoads guitar, I was looking for that white, that off white, and then I was looking at the Gibson guitars and realizing how yellow it was, so I went with that one. Yeah, you don't want to take a set of keys to it? We could take keys and a railroad spike. Remember, did you guys, any of you watch that video that Gibson put out with when they went to the custom? I think the Andertones went there. That's what it was, the Andertones, and he pulls out the railroad spike and the keys, and he's got this shoebox full of the stuff that they relic the guitars. And I was like, well, that's where when the bad ones come off the assembly line, we know they get sent to relicking, right? And he's tapping it, tap, tap, tap. This makes it sound better when we're done. What you just say? Makes it sound better? Makes it sound better? You beat the shit out of your guitar? I'm going to drag mine behind my truck. It would sound better. Oh, Elvis loves that one. Can you imagine that, though? Looking somebody straight in the face, and Andertone sucked that shit right up. Oh, yeah, it's going to make it sound better. And beat that with that railroad tie, that railroad spike, and hit it with those keys. Oh, there's a tone difference. Yeah, hear that? Yeah, what? The tone difference, all right. The tone you're hearing is that BB rattling around in your head. Definitely. Okay, guys, I think we've come to the end. I think so. You guys have been really, really awesome. Feel free to go in afterwards if there's any content that you guys want to see or you want to talk about sometime. Drop it in, not into live chat. Go into the comments below the video. Drop it in so I can go back and check it all out and let me know what you want to see. If there's guitars that you want me to get on this channel, let me know. There's some that I'm working on getting that a lot of subscribers want to see, such as the James Hetfield V, the notorious, Flying V, the white one. I'm just trying to find the right one. Everyone that I find has a set neck, and his didn't have a set neck because it was made in Japan. It had a bolt-on neck. So yeah, I'd like to do a copy of his copy. So I'd like to find one, but a decent one. Different guitars. We have a gem on the way. Say it. There's a gem on the way. It is supposed to be anyhow, a 10th anniversary gem style guitar. The chrome pick guard, chrome on the headstock. They didn't get it right, but like I said, they never get them 100% right. This one doesn't have the abalone binding around the edge. It's a white binding from the pictures anyhow. I mean, maybe different when it gets here, but that's on the way. At least I get to show you guys another gem. I haven't did a gem in a long, long time. So we'll check that out when it comes, and we still have, we got a lot more guitars coming. So keep that in mind, a lot more, not necessarily Chibsons, all kinds of stuff. I'm going to start backing away from sponsored videos. I'll do some, but I'm only going to do sponsored videos that I do feel comfortable with. I don't want to be like a lot of other channels out there. And I see, I wanted to touch on this before we go, and I hope you guys will kind of understand and listen. I don't want to be the channel that changes because of the growing subscriber count. I want to be the same. I want to be the same person through this whole thing we're going through together. I always want to be the same person. I don't want to change who I am to suit corporate needs. So if I do reviews and you see me do a review on this channel, it's going to be an honest review. And I'm going to do it because I like the company legitimately. And the moment I don't like that company, I'm walking away. I started making a mistake of taking on a lot of sponsored stuff and not being happy with the results. And I still have products that are sitting over here that I'm not reviewing because I'm just rather not say anything about them than give them a bad review, especially when they're really pushy. It's just, you can have it back, whatever. And then there's other sponsors. I say sponsored videos, not sponsoring the channel, but sponsored videos where they say, here's a guitar or whatever for free. Will you do a review? I do those reviews based on the fact that they're going to get an honest review no matter what. Fesley is one of those companies. I think Fesley is a fantastic company who's listening to their customers. That's why I review their guitars. I'm really brutally honest about them. And their latest one that they came out with, I think it's the FDK 800. is a remarkable guitar, and it's really, really inexpensive, and it's a screaming SOB with amazing setup. They did good. Can it be improved on? Yes, and they're going to do it. They're listening. They're going to put jumbo frets on it next time. They went to 24 frets. It's got a flame maple top. Beautiful guitar. It reminds me of a Harley Benton Fusion, a high-end Harley Benton Fusion in the body. That's what it reminds me of. They got an awesome headstock design. So then there's other guitars that I love too. I love Leo James guitars. I don't like Leo James communication at all, but I like the guitars a lot. But their guitars need setup when you get them. They need a setup. But they're beautiful guitars. They sound really good. So you're going to get the truth on guitars here when they come in, no matter what. Then that's just the way it's going to be. So if there's any other sponsors that are watching, just so you know, maybe your product arrived and I haven't reviewed it. It's probably a reason why I haven't. And some products, when they come, you can't have a review right away. Anyhow, I need to spend some time with those products to make sure they're okay, to make sure I like them. I can't evaluate something in 10 minutes and do a video on it. So a lot of you guys know that a lot of channels started out doing Chibson videos, right? Back in the day when Chibsons weren't that great, but they were doing them and they were getting the views. And then later on, they're all against the Chibsons, and now they're doing reviews of, well, these sponsored videos. And that's fine if they want to do that. I got nothing against them for doing that. That's fine. But it's not going to happen here. I'm gonna choose my content. Nobody's going to choose it for me. So on that note, I'm going to let you guys go, and I appreciate every single one of you. You all rock, and I'm glad you guys stopped by to share this evening with me. It's awesome. Best place to buy a Chibson, my opinion, eBay. eBay's. I'm just going to give it to you right now, right now, and until I'm proven otherwise, and it may change. The best place is eBay, simply because you have some protection, and everything that I've gotten from eBay, all of 2023 has had big pots. Still got to be vigilant when you look. Got to make sure you're looking at a good seller with good feedback. Make sure they got a lot of sales under their belt, and ask questions first. You increase your odds a lot of getting a good guitar. Knock on wood, everyone I've gotten from eBay in 2023 and now into 2024, with the exception of one, has been good. I can't say that for AliExpress or DHgate. I can't say that. But there's a lot of great sellers on both of those platforms. Also, you just got to know how to look for them. It's all about research. It's all about research. But safest place, eBay. No doubt. No doubt. All right, guys. Peace out. You all rock, man. Remember, we're going to say it. It's rock and roll. It makes the world do that twirly thing. And don't forget, on sale right now, Gibson Tone Spray. Guaranteed to make the shittiest of guitars sound amazing. Peace, guys. Bye.